So hi guys, welcome to my hotel room. So a couple of people have asked about my setup. So just to explain for those that you don't know, my job is obviously bus driving. Now the way that my work operates is I'm now a lone driver in London. So I come down to Barking and I stay for 3 weeks at a time. At the end of the 3 weeks I will go back to Kilmarnock and I will do 3 weeks at my home depot. So obviously I go home every day at the end of my shift to get me 2 days off, etc. Then I come back to Barking, I do another 3 weeks, and then I have a week's holiday, and then it all starts again. So I thought this would be a really good time for me to show you, because I've just arrived at Barking. I'm about to do 3 weeks, and at the end of this 3 weeks I'm going to go home for a week's holiday. So apologies for doing the video on the phone, it's the only way I seem to be able to do it. So I will show you my hotel setup. This is my home for the next 3 weeks. Boring bit first, well there's the basic room. I'll get to all of that in a bit. So this is my little bathroom, and I have my toiletries all in this little bag which all folds up, and all I have to do is just unfold it and it's away. Usual things: toilet, sink, towels, shower, etc, etc. So, nice big bed. I don't need a double bed, but it's nice. So, I have got 3 bags. Now, the arrangement I have with the hotel, they're very, very kind. Because I'm going and then I'm coming back, they allow me to use storerooms. So, it means I can use different bags for different things. Ignore this bag. This is just a general bag for when I'm sightseeing. So the bag on the end, the black one, is where I put all of my modelling gear. The brown bag is the bag I take when I'm going to Kilmarnock, because that I can put all my work clothes and everything in. Now when I go on holiday, because I hand wash at the hotel, all I really need to do is just take a few bits and bobs. So I have this bag, the small one. So this stays at the hotel all the time. This goes home with me when I'm at Kilmarnock, and when I'm at Kilmarnock the little one stays. And when I go on a week's holiday, that goes home with me and that stays. So let's have a look at my setup. Let's start from the boring bits. So there's all my various shoes for work. There's all my clothes. Most of my clothes are work clothes. So I have them all hanging up, and more clothes on top. And all my personal clothes I keep on the top. I have a rack here. I do make myself a packed lunch every day to try and save a bit of money. So there's everything I need for my packed lunches. There's about 4 or 5 days worth of food there. And I also have a mini fridge. Excuse me, I have to open this too. So I have some milk in there, I've got some ham, I've got a little bit of lettuce, and right underneath is some butter. Nothing interesting, but I do like my coffee, so I have my milk. And then I've got some condiments and mustard and pickle and just things just to make a nice sandwich. So let's start at this end. So we have my little kettle there, which is very handy. They give me a cup. I prefer to bring my own. I've got my own coffee there. I don't particularly like the hotel coffee, but I drink a lot of decaf now, so that's my coffee. And to be honest with you, I can't keep bothered to keep going down and getting little packets of sugar, so I just bring my own sugar. We've got some pots there, so when I'm making models I like to sort of cut bits off and separate them. Now this is my favourite bit. I have got 2 containers, 2 boxes. So in the top there's a little storagey bit. So you see there I've got my brushes, I've got some PVA glue, I've got a knife, I've got my brush cleaner, I've got 1/2 of my airbrush. This is like a handheld one, and a couple of little bits and bobs. And I always keep these little hotel milks. The first coffee I have, I use these little hotel, and they make really good mixing pots. So if you're ever in a hotel, guys, get loads of these, wash them out and keep them. They're brilliant. So in this one I've got pegs which I use as clamps, I've got glues, decals, the other half of me airbrush, decal solution, my paint water, a little drill and a file. That's just a bit oversized. Right, so if you pull these out, we have, oops, didn't mean to do that. That was a project I'm working on. Sorry about this. So in this box one, we have these little drawers. So we've got, in this drawer, I've got everything to do with, as you can see by the label, cut and prep. So you see there, I've got my sprue cutters, I've got some pliers, tweezers, a couple of knives and screwdrivers. I won't go really in depth in this. So the next box is just called sundries. As you can see, I've got cocktail sticks, I've got mini paint brushes, blue tack, some gloves and some spare knife blades. And the next one's called glue and fill. So I've got some super glue there, I've got some filler, I've got, looks like, oh, I've got a little pickup stick, some super glue thin and some super glue gel. And this one's called filing, so there's a variety of files in there. And then in the other drawer, sorry, I've got a cup of coffee on the go. Always have a cup of coffee when I turn up at the hotel. 9-hour journey from Glasgow. This one should actually be on the bottom. So this one's called cut and drills. So this is drills and cutting blades and things. This one is all my oil paints for doing things like weathering. This is more specific weathering. So I've got paint brushes, I've got some weathering pencils, etc. And then this is just called miscellaneous. It's just odd bits and bobs that I can't necessarily fit in anywhere else. So I've also got some magnifying lenses there. Don't need to show you those. Now I bought the paint puck, but to sort of help me travel, I cut it down a little bit. So traveling, that's how big it is. And what I do is I pop this into the bottom of the cup like that. And then this is a very tight fit. It doesn't always want to fit properly, but this goes over the top. Pop some water in, then I've got my paint water. This bit I can hang the brushes on, and then I can clean the brushes down there. And that sits there. I've got my cutting mat. This is a project I've got on the go. I was playing around with something. I've been trying different cameras and you know, trying to do some filming. So I've got another model at home which one day you will see, but you won't see this one. More boxes for some reason. I had a bit of a problem with I made some paint water up, but it actually leaked in the suitcase. So I've actually bought this, but I'll reuse that bottle. Some of these gets a bit messy. So I've got a little vegetable rack. You may have noticed the vegetable rack here. This is what I use for me, but I keep one and I turn it upside down, and it makes a good little stand for my laptop. This laptop is going. It's a Mac. It's just not really working for me. I've also got a camcorder and a stand, as you can see there. Again, that's not very good. It's a very cheap one. It is of quite a good quality, but for some reason it won't record more than 6 minutes of video, which, as you can imagine, is no good at all. So I'm getting a new camcorder in a couple of weeks. Turns out I've got a little bone. Oh, I've also got my little lamp as well. This is a USB. It plugs in on the USB, and when I'm finished with it, you see it all packs down nice and flat, and it's just dead handy. Really quite powerful for what it is actually. It wasn't too expensive either. So yeah, the camcorder's being changed for a better one, and then this is being changed for a PC. The video editing software that I've got, it turns out I can use it on another PC that I own on a single user license. However, if I want it on the Mac, I've got to pay for it. So I'm getting a good PC. I also meant to say I've got my primer, but I don't use this so much because it's not very good for brushing. So I've got all my paints. I have to research my paints, and then I can just bring the paints that I need. Obviously I'm limited in how many paints I can bring, so I'm trying to do this. Obviously I'm holding the phone with one hand and trying to do stuff with another, but this is, it did have foam inserts, but I found if I took the inserts out I could get more paints in. So that's that. There's my mouse for the computer. Kitchen roll, I am getting low. I thought I was lower than that, so I bought a new kitchen roll. I've got a bag of spare bowls and things. There's my bag. This is all where all my cables go. The fan belongs to the hotel. They very kindly lent me that. These are some projects that I've got on the go. This is what I'm building at the moment, the AF2S Guardian. Let me turn the box around for you. So this hasn't gone quite as planned, which is why I brought this one, because I've got another one that's very similar. This one I bought because I thought I was going to finish it and it kind of went wrong. So this is sitting there. This is going to be done on YouTube one day. And also, so why have I got so many Airfix kits? So a couple of weeks ago, Lidl's did some cheap Airfix kits. I did do a video on it. But the thing with Lidl's is when they get stuff in their middle aisle, it will sit there in that middle aisle until it's fully sold. They don't do it for 1 week and then get rid of the stock. So that means that if a shop brings in stock and they've got too much stock, it's going to be there for ages. Now, I went looking for model stuff a couple of months ago in Barking, and it just seems that Barking doesn't seem to be an area where people do much modelling. Some of these I did bring from home, but I popped into Lidl's and they had 7 kits, so I thought, well, I'll have all of them. And I'm glad I did, because I was actually building, where's the box gone? I was building the Tiger 1 and filming it on the camcorder as a test, and it was actually going pretty well in terms of the build. Sorry guys, I can't get this open, but it is in there and it's gone pretty well, but the footage is useless. But as you can see, 1, 2, 3, I've got 3 of them, so that's why I used those, just to sort of play about with. So at the moment I think I've still got some at home. I can't remember which ones I've got. So I've got 3 Tiger 2s, a Yellow Jackets Folland, 2 Curtis Tomahawks, 2 Sherman Fireflies and a Willys Jeep. I did actually start doing the Willys Jeep that I bought before, and just ducked straight into the instructions, didn't look at the options, and I ended up doing the British version, and halfway through I thought, oh, I wish I'd done the American version. So obviously having another kit means I can do that. So next we've got, excuse the books and things, this is a cardboard box that I've acquired from the hotel. This is my temporary spray booth, and what I do is I've cut it along the back and along the tops. You see it's all taped up, so when I come out of the hotel I can just cut along there, cut the tape off, and this whole thing will fold flat, so it all sits in the box, in the suitcase. Now, believe it or not, most of this will fit into the, this is the amount of rubbish, this is one bugbear I've got. This is the bin I get. You see I've got some milks from the breakfast, but these are the bins that the hotel provide, and they're very small, and I could fill that twice a day. So what I do is I just get a bin bag and I tape it to the table, and then that lasts me a good few days. So yeah, that's it guys. I've also got another, you might have spotted it, so I will have to explain it. I got this. I'm not sure whether to film this. I'm doing a bit of a fun project. I have a work colleague who's a big West Ham United fan. And I just came up with a mad idea that I'm going to build this Spitfire and this Hawk. But instead of using these colours, I'm actually going to do West Ham colours of claret and blue. And then they should look something like that, but obviously claret and blue. So I just thought, just for a bit of fun, we'll see how that turns out. So I don't know whether to film it or not. I don't know if anyone would be interested in it. But yeah, guys, that's my hotel room. I also have a TV, but I never switch my TV on. I'm always so busy working or modelling, and I'm just really not interested in TV much. But it's nice to have a TV. Oh, this is a smart TV. I didn't think the hotel had smart TVs. That's good. That means I could cast my YouTube videos onto the TV. How cool is that, guys? Right, so yeah, that's my hotel for you. It's okay. I mean, I don't pay for the hotel. It's covered by work, so I don't really have cause to complain. But yeah, so in answer to some people saying, how do I manage in the hotel? I actually manage very well. I do work 6 days a week because they pay me rather well for my time here. I just think it'd be rude not to work extra shifts and earn extra money. And obviously it keeps my lifestyle going. The only bugbear with being in London is that I'm not at home with my cats. I've got a lodger, and I've got a cat sitter that sees to them every day, and I miss them dearly. And when I'm in Kilmarnock, obviously I get to see them every day, which is fantastic. I don't get to see them all day because obviously work. And then obviously I come back to London and I miss them. And then when I'm on holiday, I get to see them 24/7 for a whole week, but I only get to see them for a week. So, yeah, there's pros and cons to everything. But, it means that I can make a rather good living, and I'm happy. The only thing is my days are very mixed. So, I'd love to do live builds again. But I don't think I'm going to be doing any more lives. So all I can do is pre-recorded videos like this. So guys, I'm going to end the video now. I can see it's on 17:24, which is probably quite a short video for me. I hope you enjoyed my little setup. It's not a fantastic setup. It's good enough to do the job, and all of my good stuff is sitting at home. But what it does mean, it means I can get on with stuff. I've got paint brushes, I've got airbrushes, I've got all my paints. The paints obviously go backwards and forwards with me. It just means I can get on with stuff. So hopefully, yeah, I'm going to try and get the scale models back up and running. And then, yeah, have some fun doing my models. I'm uploading this today. This will be the day that it's. I can't remember what is the date. It's the 26th today. So this will either be uploaded 26th or 27th, depending on how long it takes to upload. I have got an update video coming out on the 1st of September, which I believe is Friday. It's Saturday at the moment. I did pre-record it very early because obviously I'm coming up to London, and so much has changed in that last week. I've just found out today, I'll do another video on this in the future, there's 3 part works coming out. One I'm not interested in, which is the Mad Max, something to do with Mad Max. It's his car. You know me, I'm not really into cars so much. One that I've already signed up for, it's the RoboCop. I didn't do the Iron Man, which I'm partly regretting, especially as I'm now doing the Gauntlet. So there's a link there with the Marvel. I do love the Marvel stuff. But to be honest with you, as soon as I saw RoboCop, I had to jump in there. I'm of the era that I remember watching RoboCop when it first came out. In fact, actually, I'm probably going to look up RoboCop and I'll see if I can watch the film tonight, just to sort of get me in the spirit of things. The other one that's coming out, I believe it's on a test. I'm not up to date with all the facts. A 1:48 scale German U-boat. Now, I did hear an interesting comment from Building with the Boys. It was about his grandfather served in the war, and he'd probably turn in his grave now if he knew he was building a U-boat. And it was quite interesting. I felt the same way about the Mitsubishi Zero from Agora. You know, I didn't really want to build a Zero. It was a Japanese aeroplane that bombed my country during the war. But actually, I don't think I should let a fact like that get in the way. The reason I'm not doing the Zero is because it will be there for as long as I need it to. Agora, it's running with Agora, and yeah, I'll get it one day, but obviously costs. I need to get myself financially sorted out here. I've got a lot to pay for, home renovations and things, so I'm really not in a position to buy it right now. But yeah, the German U-boat. Obviously, I'm scaling. I'm doing a lot of scale models in 1:48 scale, so this will fit quite well with my aircraft. Plus, it looks a really good piece. And obviously, like if I get to about 5 or 6 issues or 10 issues and think actually I'm not really enjoying this, I can always cancel the subscription. Yeah. So guys, I'm going to leave the video there. Thank you very much for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, share, etc, etc. And I hope you have a fantastic week. And I'm looking forward to getting back into bus driving tomorrow. Take care, guys. Speak to you later.